Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the second channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be carrying on with our Power League grind. So I played for quite a few hours yesterday, just trying to unrust a little bit on Power League, but we actually ended up tilting a little bit. So at least I'm a little bit unrusted, but yeah, we'll see how today's goes. So before we jump into it, make sure you're using a credit code. That'd be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, let's hop into it. All right, guys, jumping into the first game, and so we have a knockout, which I've only played a few times before recording this video, so it should be somewhat familiar of the actual meta. So it looks like we're up against the Rico on this map, which I'm not really too familiar against at the moment. But so we've got a Gene on our team, so I probably will go for, I know I talk about Gus all the time, but Gus is a really solid option, so I'm thinking about the Gus or the Max to pair with the Gene. You know what, I'm going to go with the Max just because it pairs really well with Gene. Then of course we've got last option. The thing about our composition right now is that Gene and Max is good against pretty much everything. If they go a thrower, Gene and Max can deal with that somewhat. So they go with the Penny, of course. Penny's got a salty barrel, which might be a little bit annoying for the Gene, but overall not too bad. If anything, just trying to think of good last picks which could go against this composition. I mean, Mr. P is good, a thrower is good. I was trying to think to try and help our guys out as much as possible. So they go with a really solid option in Gray. Gray's pretty decent against everything, so Gray's always a fantastic option. Squeak is decent, but I'm not too sure. Mandy, unless you're really solid Mandy. I mean, it did work before. I've tried Mandy out on knockout. Okay, Piper, which is a little bit weird. So you know what? I'm going to go on the Max. I feel like Max is a better brawler to carry with. I'm going to actually go with the... I'm going to go with this build, because the speed gear should be able to help me out in the grass. And I don't really need vision on this map. I need speed, though, just to, you know, survive a little bit longer. So I'm just going to go down the left-hand side. It's obviously what normally people do on this map. Looks like we need our Piper to really pop off here. Piper is a brawler which is really hot or cold. She can just carry or she can do nothing. So we can get a lot of pressure against this Rico right here. So this is why I went Max. I feel like Gene, of course, can be a really good carry brawler, but Max is going to be getting all the pressure. So, of course, that's why I wanted to go to Max. Unfortunately, our Piper is caught out there by the Penny, which is really bad position. I don't know how the Piper got herself into that scenario. We've got to super ourselves here, so let's try and sneak up on this Rico. It's not really looking too well at the moment. I don't want to just stand directly in front of Gene, though, because we're just going to take in all this splash damage from the Penny. And yeah, Gray's going to get some good taps onto us. There's pretty much no way we're going to be able to clutch this. So yeah, I just don't want to feed Gray that super. So I'm just going to run it into the gas. There's no point even trying, especially as a Max, to try and clutch that. It's impossible. There's no way. So yeah, that's exactly why I don't like people going Piper on my team, because more than likely they're just not him on the Piper. They're just down bad. So they go with a Penny turret already. So things kind of going from bad to worse at the moment. Not really looking too great. So it's got a really nice tap from the Piper there, but we can't be too aggro because Gray is the gadget. Nice jump for now from the Piper. Looks like Rico's just going to super into pretty much nothing. We're kind of just going to wait till our shield is back, and then we can start pressing a little bit. Looks like, yeah, we're just kind of got to sit around because it is a knockout. People just wait until the gas closes in. Again, just going to sit with this Gene, kind of wait for our super to arise, and then we might be able to make something happen. We do get tapped up quite a fair bit, though, but the health gear should be able to allow us to get back quickly. These guys are getting pinched down all the way at the bottom here. I'm just going to gadget out, and nice. The Gray does miss that gadget, and we're going to get some good healing. And that should be pretty much everyone dead here. I'm going to just gadget just to secure the last bit. I don't know. I don't want to risk things. I've still got one more gadget left, and we're just going to use super at the start just to get a little bit of a better position. So Piper uses jump here to get some good aggro, but these guys are actually going to push down our left hand side, which is a bit weird in terms of positioning. Gene actually hits a godly pull, which he was going for the Rico instead, but actually benefits him quite greatly. And now we're in a 2v2 scenario where we're shooting left, which is a little bit annoying, but we might be able to make things work. So a good tap from Piper. Let's try and make this pressure work. We're just going to annoy these guys. A nice banana from the Piper, and we should be able to hold this one off. So I'm just going to gadget into the Rico, and we're actually going to make things work in that second round. So Piper played things really great after that first round. Again, I don't know what happened, but after that, she seemed to switch things on. So I'm actually, I might switch things up and go down the right-hand side and be a little bit sneaky. That's what you kind of got to do on this map sometimes, like they try to do. You've got to try and think outside the box. So I'm going to go down the right-hand side and actually wait, you know, a few seconds and then look to push up. So Rico, he's going to continue scouting, but he doesn't know that I'm here. Unfortunately, there's a Grey there as well, but they're both really weak. If my teammates could have maybe collapsed on them a bit quicker, might be able to get the kill. I don't know. It's high risk, high reward. I was hoping it was just a Rico, but yeah, that's probably my bad. That is my bad. Going alone is never really good. It's a pretty risky strategy. Yeah, that's definitely what I didn't want to happen. So Gene is going to get pull. I mean, he could get pull on either Rico or Grey here, but he didn't realize that the Penny was sneaking up on him, which wasn't the best. Oh, if Piper got that tap, 74 HP, I think, or something. Oh, that is so close. It's near enough impossible now that, you know, Grey has super. Piper's really trying it. She could have definitely clutched if she got the Grey bow, but she's just going to go down eventually here. So I'm going to go down the left-hand side. Again, it is pretty much my bad that we lost that one. So now we've got to be careful because Grey has super, and Grey is just so scary and knockout in pretty much every scenario, because all it needs is anyone to really tap any of us like once, and he can just teleport straight onto us. So again, just going to try and get some pressure. Rico's going to go for the super, and that Penny splash damage was horrendous. That just got so much value against us. Unfortunately, that Penny turret, it's going to do a lot of work to us. I've got to use my gadget to get out of there. Grey tried the strategy there. Didn't really work out. We're going to try and juke as much as possible here. Let's see if we can get any more pressure. But we've got to be careful of that TP in from any one of these guys. Grey's going to use the gadget, but hopefully we can survive long enough. I'm just going to use super to get out of there. And we should be good to go right now. We should be good to go. So I'm going to just shoot this Penny turret for now. Get that Penny turret down as quickly as possible. Kind of left Gene in a bad scenario here. Let's see if he can clutch up. I managed to get that Penny turret down, but now we're in a 1v2. I think my position there was just absolutely awful. And now we're going to lose this because of my awful positioning. So Penny does teleport into the gas, but oh, and I was also aiming backwards. I felt like I should have been near the Gene a lot more. But I'm just scared of the Penny splash damage. That was just terrible positioning for myself. So now I need to redeem myself. I know you guys in the comment section do say that I really do like point out the critics, like the critical stuff for myself a lot. But I can't help that because that's just the way I want to improve. But that's also just my personality. If you guys have known me for years, even when I was at the top of my game, that's just my personality. I've always been someone to talk down my talk. Like, I'm not the opposite of most Power League players. Like, most Power League players, they just talk their crap and, you know, act like the randoms are always in the wrong. But I think I'm pretty much level-headed. So all randoms actually pretty much carrying us there. That Piper, really important tap. I'm actually just going to go in a really aggro position here and get that Rico down. And now my teammates should just run into the Grey. He literally has no ammo. I mean, in this scenario, you don't really need to run into the Grey. Should just group up together. There's no way a Grey can kill both of them. They're in a really bad scenario here. So if that Grey were quite clever, I would actually just gadget a Piper, which he probably is going to do right here. Yeah, and I thought he's going to get super there. It was close to super. That was actually a really dangerous scenario. But now we're just one round away from winning things. Again, just going to use super to get up into the grass a lot quicker. Yep, these guys. Okay, just a Penny down this left-hand side. So maybe we can make use of that. And with this Gene, pinch his Penny as quickly as possible. Penny's going to go down. And now we're in a 3v2 scenario. So that's exactly why, like, again, why I made that error in that other round. Why you just should never really go alone. Unless you're a brawler that can get out of a sticky situation quickly. There's just no point going in on your own. So we're going to get the Rico down. He nearly actually got the kill onto us. And now there's just no way that Grey can clutch up. So a good first game in the end. We did a couple of good plays. I don't think the stats will really reflect it. Like, our teammates did actually get a lot more kills, especially the Piper, but our damage was pretty decent overall. But anyways, that is going to be the first game. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, so jumping into the second game here. So you're probably excited because this is going to be a long-ish episode because we have backyard bowl, but I'm not too excited to play it. So we're going to ban the Max. They have first pick. Whenever it's Brawler, typically just ban Max if the opponents have that first pick, because Max just good against everything. So they ban Buzz and Squeak. Not too sure about the Buzz ban considering it's backyard pole, but Squeak, really solid option last. And Meg, I don't get why they ban Meg, because Meg is a good first choice to have. You're literally just banning a brawler that you could take yourself. So they go with a Brock. I've seen a few people try Brock on this map. It can work sometimes. It didn't really work when Trevor tried it, but we'll see if this time is different. So I have last pick, which I really do like a lot of times in backyard bowl, because I can get a sneaky Sprout pick in there sometimes. So my teammates, they go Leon Power 10 first pick, which is fantastic, isn't it? Really great. Really great. And Cole, you know what? I wouldn't be disgraced if our teammate went Cole. I'm trying to think of some solid counters against Cole. Maybe like a Claire they could go. But yeah, they go to Stu, which is... Oh, Stu. How could I forget about the Stu? Stu is so good on backyard bowl, but also so good against Cole and Leon. Like, you know, you can't win that matchup still as a Leon or Cole. But, you know, Stu can just feed super off both of those brawlers pretty easily. And let's see. So I could definitely go with a Sprout if they don't go anything kind of aggro. If I was them, I'll probably go somewhere with a bit of a HP. Maybe like a Pam. Okay, they do go with the Grace. So I don't think I can go Sprout because I think they can make it really messy. Let's see what we can go. Maybe go a Bonnie. Bonnie could be pretty decent. Maybe even a Pam. Griff is not the play. I'm thinking Pam. They haven't got the most damage out there. And if we can be aggro, I think Pam is a fantastic option. And people just are scared to go Pam at the moment. So we're going to go with this build. I know speed's not going to get a lot of value, but like an idiot, I haven't bought the health gear. But anyways, we're going to try it out, even though it's just not the best. I don't know. It's really weird composition. I've not really been a scenario where we're facing off against that composition and then having ours. If you get what I mean? It's just a lot of weird brawlers in this game. So okay, let's try it out. Pam in the middle. We do have the gadget for now. Looks like Stu's using a long dash, which is pretty wild, and he's just going to destroy the Leon. So again, that's just why I don't like going to Leon, because well, no, that's why I wouldn't really recommend it. Going Leon when there's like Crow or Stu in play, especially on a really heavy Crow and Stu map. But let's see if he can make it work. A good Leon can make things work for sure. So Leon's already down twice, which just isn't the best of signs, is it? Brock already just hammering us, which again isn't the best. I'm hoping my teammates can pick things up here. We're kind of just getting pushed back with Leon dead 24/7. There's not much that we can really do. Carl is doing a good job for now. Brock is trying it, and at least we survived. We've survived for now. We've survived for now. So Leon is 0-3, doing absolutely nothing. But now we should be able to get our super pretty soon. Stu is pinging all over the place. I can't even catch him. I literally can't catch him. But now we've got our super to hand here, but it's not going to help. Oh, I've already got a headache recording this, but now I've got an even bigger headache. It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. I've never seen someone have such low ping on a long dash Stu. And now things are just not going too well. We're going to use the gadget on the Stu, but nearly didn't even work out. Thankfully, Carl is doing something. I don't think the Pam pick was the best. I thought against like a Stu and a Grey, you know, Pam with the amount of HP can be pretty decent, but it's just not working out right now. Stu's just getting free super all of the time, and you can see here he's just going to long dash his way to our goal. It's just ridiculous. We're able to get the kill though eventually, and Leon, okay, is just going to be able to survive there. Brock with his super probably going to break open these walls pretty soon, and oh, that was nearly a goal. I was hoping Cole didn't super, and he literally supered, so then Brock could shoot through him. Again, not really doing too much ourselves here. Let's see if we can get super in time. Got super here. We can just throw this in front of us to tank a little bit. Grey has super though, so we can easily make a play. We're about healed up, but all of our teammates are dead. I just think that start was just so horrific. It put us on the back foot the entire time. So that's going to be the first game going to them. Literally, the Stu was just dashing around everywhere. It was horrible. It was horrible. So hopefully we can get some better matchups there, because that was just terrible. Maybe me on the Stu to begin with. Let's see. What would you have got in this scenario? Because it's clear that Pam last pick, you know, I had the power here. It's clear the Pam wasn't the best. I don't think the Sprout would have been too good, because we just have a Stu dashing everywhere. But yeah, let's see. I need to get the pressure for my team though, because it's clear that we can't be on the back foot. So I'm going to use Gadget here on the Stu. So that is definitely a scenario that I want to happen. And now we're in a 1v2 here, so we should just be able to walk this one in. There's no way these guys can stop this from happening. So that is a perfect change. That's how I envisioned Pam being played. I just probably needed to play Pam better myself, even though Leon, again, was literally dead within a few seconds. So unfortunately, just get absolutely tapped at the start here. So got to be a little bit careful. About to pop a Gadget here. If this dude does come to us, we can pop Gadget on him, waste a little bit of ammo. We're going to pop Super here. We're going to kill the Brock. Brock's literally one shot, but Cole should be able to Gadget up here and scores. So a direct turnaround here, really nice. And now going into the third game with a little bit of optimism. I thought we were just going to get completely destroyed, but who knew? Just take a little bit of a pop-off play from myself to get the ball rolling. So again, once Cole gets his supers, he should be able to be pretty good. You know, same with Leon. You know, these guys are really suspect to any aggro play. So going into this final game then, let's try not get tapped from everyone. Everyone is just aiming for me at the moment. We do get some good jukes in for now. But using our HP, we should just be able to slowly walk on up. Brock is going to go low here. So this is the play to use Gadget on the Grey. Grey has no ammo. We've just got so much brute force and we can just walk this one in. So this is what a good Pam looks like. Maybe the first game I was just terrible. You know, I played Pam religiously. I should know how to win most of these matchups. Maybe it just took one game to kind of warm up here. So Stu is melting Leon. I need to get this ball out of him. I'm just going to pass it to our Leon friend. Looks like our call is popping off over there. Nice. Leon's going to get a kill. Maybe he can make the goal scoring opportunity here. Oh, that was very close. I'm going to use Gadget on the Grey and hopefully the Stu, so we can get that Stu down there. Just a Grey over here. So I'm just going to stay in this corner. I've still got one more Gadget left should the Grey decide to teleport onto us. And yeah, we're in such a power position. Stu is just going to switch over. And if they can pass me the ball over here, we're in such a fantastic position. But yeah, the ball's kind of in the middle here. I'm going to pop Gadget just to be a little bit aggro myself. Stu is so weak, but we should be able to use our healing after just spamming constantly to stay alive. Maybe I should have aimed that last shot because that was just down bad. But now, you know, Brock himself hasn't got a lot of ammo. Maybe we can get the kill here. Maybe Leon can help us. No, oh, yes, nice. He's able to get the kill. Wow, I thought we was in a really good position there. 1 minute left. We're still winning. So nothing to really cry about right now. Still, Grey has got another Gadget. Got to be careful of that. Stu is really weak. I was hoping we could get the kill onto him. Oh, that was terrible for myself. What am I doing? I'm really rushing things here. Hopefully Cole doesn't use super. Do not use super. Do not use super. Nice. He's able to hold his ground. And wow, that was just... It was terrible for myself, but my teammates definitely picked up my slack. Brock is just tapping every shot onto me. I think Pam has got a bigger hitbox or something, because I swear I cannot dodge these Brock shots. So 20 seconds left. We see a Brock super coming in here. We've got a Grey super as well. We've got to be careful of. Leon should pass away this ball and super. I don't know what he's really doing right now. He's able to super just in time. His Pam healing station is going to keep us alive for a little bit. I'm just going to run back as quickly as possible. And it's not looking very likely. Oh, nice. Oh, no, that was so close. I don't know. Leon just held that ball for too long. I felt like he could have invised a little bit sooner, but time to focus up here. Grey has got the teleport to hand, which is really dangerous, especially in overtime. Our Leon needs to do something here because we're on the back foot. Grey's going to go in for the teleport. And he's going to score. That is just such a painful game. It really is a painful game. Our stats looked pretty good. The Brock just got so much damage. He was definitely feeding off me. I don't know. That wasn't a good game for myself. I felt like I played good the second game, but game 1 and 3, I thought that was on me. So a little bit of a bad game there, unfortunately, guys, but that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one and learned a little bit. I think some better Pam plays, we could have easily walked that one over. Brock was just tapping me. Sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and say that Brock was just too different. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.